You can now run your SEO agency with your mobile phone using Claude Code, and I'm going to show you exactly how. This is not an exaggeration. The freedom you can create for yourself is unheard of. Now I'm going to walk you through the exact setup I use, the tools, the workflow, and how it all works from my mobile phone. Just to be clear, I'm not talking about checking your email or responding to Slack messages. I'm talking about running full SEO workflows, meaning content briefings, link building, keyword analysis. You know, the stuff that takes you hours to get done. All of that you can do now from your phone. And even with better quality. Let me show you how. So the tool that makes all of this possible is called Claude, and specifically Claude Code or Cowork. It's basically the same thing. Now, if you haven't heard of it yet, think of it as an AI assistant. It's not like ChatGPT. Claude can actually do things for you. They make use of agentic workflows. So you can actually run agents to do things for you. It can connect to tools like Ahrefs and many others. Now, some of these have built-in connections. Other ones you can connect using MCP. And if they don't have an MCP connection available, you can use the Chrome browser, for example. And the agents will do the browsing for you and do the clicking for you. So Claude Code is the version that runs in your terminal locally on your laptop or PC. And with remote access, which is available in Claude Code, you can control it from anywhere. As long as you have a browser, you can run your agency anywhere. You can run these extensive workflows that take hours. Now, how does that work? You can build what they call skills in Claude. And a skill is basically a workflow that you can teach Claude, and then it can repeat it perfectly every single time. So you explain the process step by step. You go through your process once using Claude. Here you can see how a skill is built up. So I've created about 8 steps in case of a content briefing. So it's about analyzing competitors, analyzing the client's page, checking what the tone of voice is and any other special notes from the client, comparing the topics of competitors with the client, etc. Now you can create this entirely on your own. Your entire process you can create. This is how I've done it, and it's a pretty extensive process. Let me start with the one that saves me the most amount of time, which are content briefings. So if you run an SEO agency or an online marketing agency, you know how this goes. A client needs a page optimized or a new page or a new piece of content. And so you pull up the keyword and you analyze the top 10 to see which are the competitors, or maybe they have competitors. What exactly is the search intent? And you check the word count, the headings, the structure, and you write all of it up in a document. And before you know it, 2, 3, or even 4 hours have passed. So I used to create these documents manually. And since about 2 weeks, I've been creating them using Claude Code. Now these briefings, like I said, they took me 2 to 3, sometimes even 4 hours, but now they take me 10 minutes. 10 minutes. And the crazy thing about this, it's even more specific, higher quality. It takes into consideration the latest research about SEO and what works. Also takes into consideration AI overviews, ChatGPT optimization. The limit here currently is your knowledge. So here's a topic matrix, and it takes these competitors, it takes the topics, it shows here how they covered it, short, extended, or not at all. And then it gives you here a gap prioritization list with these. They have to be covered, and these are nice to haves. So just to show you what is possible right now with Claude Code, and I can even do this from my phone. I can start this process from my phone while picking up my kid, for example. Not saying that I should do that, but just as an example, as I just picked up my kid and I had to press OK for a couple of times. So this is mind-blowing, and I think I've already saved 2 days a week currently doing it this way. Another use case. The next example is keyword analysis. I'm going to be honest, this skill does not work properly yet because I just started it. But it already works well enough that I can upload a keyword list, for example, and Claude clusters them. It analyzes search volume, the difficulty, and it gives me a prioritized action plan. Yeah, and that's kind of my point. This is the output currently, and look at all the stuff it gives me. It gives me a cluster name. It gives me the primary keyword. All of this data. It also gives me an intent, micro intent, whether it's top funnel, mid funnel, bottom funnel, 0 click score, what type of content it is, the format, what does it see on the page. It also scrapes the SERPs, And for example, the target URL gives a suggestion, but this, of course, it can be built out much better. And this is all doable also from your mobile phone, because all you have to do is think out the whole process one time and you run it, and you only have to press OK, or you have to give it some input, and it's all done through the phone. So another one that we have here is link building. It's one of those things where you spend a lot of time on research before you even write a single word. For example, finding the prospects. Sometimes you get a list. Here's a list for a client of mine, and I'm just asking, like, hey, analyze this list, go to Ahrefs, follow these steps, and come back with me with a list, like, okay, all the specific metrics that are important for link building, DR, traffic, the relevance, the price, of course. And here it comes back to me with a analysis of sites that are relevant or not. It can analyze backlink profiles. It can do whatever you want. It's an agent, so you can instruct it, hey, you do this in Ahrefs, come back to me with this output, and it just does it for you. So it makes it a whole lot easier to do this entire process if you just build it once. It's also something right now you can do from your phone. Okay, so if you're thinking, this is amazing, how do I set this up? Let me show you how. So for this you need terminal. You can find that by just typing in terminal. You open it up. You do need to install Claude before. You just go through the walkthrough from Claude itself. It shows you how to set it up locally. It's pretty easy to do. And once you installed it, you can run it from your terminal. And this is the only thing that you need to do. So you've got your terminal, and in terminal you only type remote control, and it says here remote control. Hit enter. That's connecting. It says remote control is active. Now you might have to set some permissions first if you do this the first time, but it's really as easy as it looks. Now I can run my skills that are locally on my laptop. So you just copy this URL, go to your phone and paste. Make sure that you're logged in at the same account, and here we are. So as you can see, it says here primary keyword, URL of the client page, and server SEO list. And now if I type something here, for example test, and hit send on my phone, and you can see that it's also coming through here on my terminal. So this is just how I do it. Now if I say run my content briefing skill and I fill in this, it just runs it for me. That's how you run it through your phone. So this is just to give you an idea what's possible currently with the Claude setup. You can just run these processes. It takes you hours, and just set them up once, hitting OK a few times on your phone. You can literally run your SEO agency. You can manage your client work, the most time intensive process, from your phone. I'm still mind blown by this. Of course, you still, for some things, you need a laptop. For meetings, whatever, how you do it, you need a laptop, of course. But in my opinion, this is a game changer. So if you need help building these workflows, send me a message. If you liked the video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next one.